Why? Now you're really selling. And today, you're going to look at some of the stuff that goes to the charity shop. It's actually quite a lot of stuff goes to the charity shop. I assume they want it. They've not told me yet not to come back. So here we are. And let's have a look at a few things. Let's start with this. I've got ready to go. Up here. One, two, three cushions. This is quite old. It's 1960s, I think. Quite old cushion. Nice and bouncy in a sort of firm sort of way. So, got my gloves. Big old hands, big reseller hands. Big cushion, well, fairly big cushion. Very, very nondescript tobacco stained colour. Subtle sort of brocade pattern. Big hole in back. All in all, nice. Gotta let it go. Here. And we have this, which is into the 1990s, I think, about this one. That kind of particular brand of digging into textile and visual art history. It's quite 90s, I think. Not bad. These little fringes, a touch of tat. And it's got Botticelli style, question mark, a rising angel thing. The thing with this one, it's a bit grubby. Right? It's sort of grubby. It's got that kind of many heads have lied on it kind of sort of feel to it. And you know what's going to happen. You photograph it and it looks pristine, blue and white, and you can't add the grub back, but the grub is there. The grub, and that looks like a little bit of grease. So that one's gone to the charity shop. Maybe they can give it a bit else to. And then we got this thing. Not a bad little object. Nice and, again, bouncy, but not too soft. But just perfect softness, actually. Perfect softness for the head. But it is, again, it's nondescript. It's very nondescript. And it's taking up a lot of room. And I'm going to take up a lot of room as a terrace. So that's that. What have we got here? A bit shapy and masculine. Let's turn to some more light feminine energy. A tin, an old tin. It's got a little surface is a bit raised. It's in relief. It contained chocolate by Confisia. I'm pointing that, you won't be able to read it. Could say anything. Look a bit like tarot cards like that, don't they? Then it's not. It's a box. Was a box of chocolates, and it's got. It's made in Germany, so I suppose it speaks the vernacular of. Can you say that? Or is that an architecture thing? Of German fairy tales, Brothers Grimm and whatnot. Brothers Grimm rather than Hans Christian Andersen, because look at those bunnies. Can you see how sinister they are? Neither of them has good intent. Neither of them is pure in soul or heart. The chicken is doing some door-to-door scam. If you look closely, although it's kind of pretty-ish colours, first of all, the colours have a hint of malice and menace about them, and there's just a lot of things going on that aren't very nice. It's got no age to it. It was whatever was in it was best before the 30th of the 11th, 2015. So unless chocolates in the 60s had a really long sell-by date, I think this is quite a modern thing and useless unless you've got a lot of flat things that need storage. Charity shop with that one. In the same, I had a batch of Easter decorations. This says also might be quite old. It's got a sort of got the same sinister look about it, hasn't it? Now, the problem with doing this is you take things out and then you kind of want to keep them again. And I sort of want to keep that because I think it's got potential in narrative storytelling, a sort of bobbing up and down kind of children's TV sort of convention. Or it could be used as a back scratcher. It is quite rough, a back scratcher. I don't think that's new. I put that to one side. This is a problem. What have we had on the bottom? This is even lower than that one. Contained whole milk chocolate of high quality. I wish it was still full, but it's not. It's a nice box. I wouldn't feel comfortable chucking that in the recycling. It's a nice box, but it's not much use apart from storing chocolates that's going as well. Then we've got a single solitary thing that you put on your curtains if you have very heavy curtains. Ding dong, ding dong, shaped like a clapper in a bell. It has a flaw, and I don't know how to rectify it because its little tassels are tangled, and when the tassels are tangled, I have no clue how to untangle them. And if you're going for a look of chic, a sort of 1997 heavily upholstered chic, then you don't want tangles in your tassels. Again, perhaps the charity shop will know how to figure that out. We have in the same way, well, not as the tassels, an Easter basket. We have this, which is have two of these, one of these of each of these, and these are faux flowers in glass things. That's not so bad. That's got some semblance of life about it, although the stalks do look not unlike aloe vera now, which I don't know if snowdrop's stalks look quite like that. Quite like aloe vera to that extent. It's not bad, that one, but let's give someone else the benefit. This is what I call a tuttle. Because although it's faux, it is nicely made artificial narcissi or daffodil, very small daffodils are narcissi, with what appears to be bulrushes, or catkins, something Easter egg, maybe catkins. They've managed to make it look like they're kind of dying a bit, which is quite an achievement for the faux plant, I think. There's something about the way these catkins sort of sagging on the stalk, and there's a certain that one there. There's a kind of bit of like they're on the turn, and it's quite a sad impression, backed up by this. Well, it's not water; it's the stuff that they put them in. It's gone a bit off. Someone might like it. It's not me. There's a few. Oh no, a few nice. Actually, those as well. A few nice artificial flowers of the rose. Right, I'm going to put this one aside. And then more of an Easter stuff, an Easter rabbit, another Easter tin with a very sinister design taken from the olden days when rabbits were malicious, cartoon rabbits were malicious. The logo, it's got this kind of Victorian to 30 sometime in the old past. It says all the happy season through, Easter cheer be bright for you. Now that in itself is quite melancholic, isn't it? Charity shop for that one. Right, shall I put all these back now? Weary, put them all back. Let's stick them back in the bag. Send them to the charity shop. I mean, what they think. I've not been banned yet. I might mention, so all good. I go in. And then oh, my heart just looking at what we got. We got various men's bits of a technical. I've got a tower round conduit that might be very useful to somebody. That person is not me. This is a spacer bar saddle. Don't know what you do with that. Don't want to know. Not because I think it's anything bad. I just there's so much room in my mind, and I don't want to give that headspace. And that's obviously fallen off something, so that might just go in the bin. Um, Again, another one of it. Oh, it's another spacer bar saddle. Spacer bar saddle, spacer bar saddle, spacer bar saddle, walking into town. Something a bit different. Glasses case, what's in it? I know what's in it. I don't know why I'm asking the questions. That's just what they call rhetorical. It's a pair of very heavy prescription. Oh Jesus, what that makes me feel quite unpleasant, and they don't fit over. That's maybe they bring me into silence. Maybe they're like those Gansfield thing where you cut a ping pong ball in half and then you put it tape it over your eyes and you put coloured lights on and then you sort of see the miracles of other realms. I think you could do that in those glasses. Maybe I'll keep those. And then we have various other what parts. Oh, I don't know. That's for shaving things, I think. It doesn't look two old film containers. Use those to put pennies in. And this again, they make my heart cry. And that's like a sort of, not actually. Yeah, I look at those and I think, oh, it's kind of a really easy to do fitness thing, but actually it's really difficult. I can feel it's flexing when I do it. God, that's worse. I don't know what muscle that is, but it's very undeveloped in me. And then some headphones, endless tat is what it was. And well, they're clean enough. Sometimes you sort of look at these things and you think, I've been up close with somebody else's wax and I don't want that, but that's very clean. But still, I'm not keeping it because I've not got anything that fits into. I know it's universal, but it's not that universal. It's there's other stuff. Is there anything curious? There's more of those sort of many things. I don't know what they are. And then there's one handle. If that's the sort of thing you want, then that's great. It's not the sort of thing I want, but it's not the charity. Something else for shaving. That doesn't work. Shaving fur off things. Oh, it does work. Look. Not a shaver, it's for jumpers, I think. Shaving jumpers. Yes, fur remover. Oh, fur remover. What does that mean? Does it mean it's anyway? Right. So that's a touch, a taste, a hint of the things that I find in charity shops. No, that's wrong. It's a hint of the things I buy and I don't really want. I don't know what to do with, so they end up in a great big pile to go to the charity shop. And then I look at the pile and I think, can I carry that today? And I think, no, I can't. And then I do the same tomorrow. And the next thing you know, half your hallway is taken up with bags of stuff to go to the charity shop. Endless problems.